It's Luke Howard live at Christmas.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for that wonderful round of applause. Hello! Morning, everybody, and welcome to our last Luke Howard Live at Christmas. Yes, it is our last show before Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, of course, which is next week. But don't worry, because I'm going to be here on Boxing Day. I'll tell you all about it towards the end of the show today. So, let's get kickstart with the show. My name is Luke Howard. I'm here every Saturday morning from the time of 10 till 10:45. And for the last couple of weeks, it's been a bit different because, of course, with the run-up to Christmas, we decided to do Luke Howard live at Christmas. So we just changed it around because we do the Christmas shows for the last couple of Saturdays for the run-up to Christmas. And then, of course, on Boxing Day, which is next Saturday, there's a special show. But I'll get to that in a little bit on Britain's Best Radio Show. But this is the last Luke Howard Live for the next year, until we do it all again next December. So this is the last Luke Howard Live until then. So this is the last Luke Howard Live until December next year. So sit back, relax, make yourselves a cuppa as we celebrate in style and as in a socially distanced way. We are having our socially distanced Christmas party on Britain's brightest best radio show today. So make yourselves comfortable, make yourselves a hot chocolate, of course, and get yourselves all ready for Christmas, because we've got Christmas covered on this last show, the last Luke Howard Live at Christmas. So we've got lots to look forward to on the show today. So enjoy. It's going to be amazing. And if you would like your Christmas mentions to be mentioned, like Anna from Derbyshire has got in touch with me to say, "Morning, Luke, I'm getting all my Christmas shopping done today." And she said, I'd love a mention in your show. So she said, so I'm giving her a mention now on Britain's Best Radio Show. So morning to Anna, who got in touch with Britain's Best Radio Show today. We are also going to be reading your messages out later on in the show, because we've had tons of messages pouring in. So we are going to be mentioning all the stories today. And then tomorrow, there's going to be a special interview coming out with my friend Michael Walker. We're going to be having a socially distanced interview today. So I shall be recording it this afternoon, and then he shall come out tomorrow, and he's even going to sing his favourite song from Five Nights at Freddy, the song from there. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow with him, and he's going to be singing to us tomorrow to get yourselves ready for Christmas. So that's me interviewing my friend Michael Walker. It's coming out tomorrow sometime, so we'll let you all know about that, and we'll let you know about the interview with my best mate Michael Walker, and he's going to be singing as well. So it's going to be amazing. So it's going to be absolutely brilliant. So that's Luke Howard's Christmas interviews with Luke Howard's Christmas interviews, and that's with my friend Michael Walker, best mate / brother, as I like to call him. So we'll be having a socially distanced interview this afternoon, and then we shall be doing that. So lots of things to look forward to this Christmas. I don't actually think it's coming out tomorrow. It's not coming out, the interview tomorrow, is it? I think it's actually coming out on Boxing Day. No, because Boxing Day you've got the show, so I think it's coming out, either on Christmas Eve. Yeah, it's coming out Christmas Eve, the interview, is it? Yeah. I've just found out the interview's coming out on Christmas Eve. So we'll let you know. The weather forecast isn't even that great today, is it? It's not very nice. And of course, our area, Hertfordshire, has gone into tier 3. We're going to cover all of that on the show today, and we're going to get the news out of the way with. We're going to get rid of all the COVID news out of the way, and then we're going to talk about Hertfordshire, of course, my area that has gone into lockdown this week. So we'll talk about tier 3. Sorry, I should be saying tier 3 actually. So we'll be covering that on the show today as well. Lots of things to cover in the next 15 minutes or so, and then after that we'll play some music, and then of course it's our socially distanced Christmas party. I don't know why I'm saying it's a socially distanced Christmas party, because the only person going to be in the Christmas party is me. So I mean, we have got the people in the gallery waving at me now. Well, where's our bit then? They're saying, don't worry, you'll get your chance. Don't worry, you'll get your chance, yeah. So, so it is, of course, our socially distanced Christmas party on the show today. So make yourselves comfortable and enjoy that. But first of all, we are going to get the news out the way with on today's show. But if you'd like to get in touch with the show, 07593 847 105, do text or call that number, or you can... No, sorry. Just find the show on Instagram. It's the Luke Howard fan page. Is that right? That is right, isn't it? Yeah. So that is how you can get in touch with the show. Just find us on Instagram, the Luke Howard fan page. I look forward to hearing from you on there. Do not call or text that number, because we're not doing phone numbers anymore on the show. You can email the show. It's GaryJHoward68@hotmail.com. Or there's another email, would you believe? Is there another email? There is another email. It's 345457@student.hrc.ac, and it's .uk. So it's 345457@student.hrc.ac.uk. Or you can also use the hashtags, which is hashtag Luke Howard, hashtag Luke Howard Live at Christmas, and hashtag listen to Luke Howard Live at Christmas. So lots of great ways to get in touch. And I've had another message just pour in from Linda. She lives in Bedfordshire, the next county just away from here. She said, Luke, can I have a mention for me and my family? We're going Christmas shopping today, and we're going to be getting lots of other Christmas presents. Now, I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to go out Christmas shopping this weekend, because it's going to be absolutely mental, especially what's going on. So it's going to be even mad. I said, I was you, please keep your distance if you are going out, please. Keep your distance if you're going out, because it's hard. I know it's hard, but we've all got to try and keep our distance, because we are going to talk about that in a moment as well. Lots of stuff to cover right now on the show about it all. So those are the ways how you can get in touch with the show. Lots of great ways there. Now, we are going now to cover the news about the ministers which are meeting with rising infection rates in our country. And yes, we know places like our county, Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire, Buckinghamshire, all those different counties, all the three counties, all this area, Hampshire, Berkshire, they're all going into lockdown like we are, Tier 3. They're all going in from Tier 2 to Tier 3. I mean, it was originally Broxball, but now it's all gone up. So we are going to be covering that on this very show, I think, about that, because I think we should cover this to let you all know. And we're also going to be telling you what the rules are this very Christmas. So that's what we are. That's another thing we're going to do. I completely forgot about that. I forgot I was going to be talking about the rules about Christmas. Yes, we are. We're going to cover everything Christmas. And then, of course, at the end, we've got our socially distanced Christmas party with only just me. So, yes, that's going to be great. So, it does come as Prime Minister Boris has said he was hoping to avoid another national lockdown. Now, the former Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, said the government needed to respond to what is happening on the ground with hospital administrations rising. Now, meanwhile, millions more people in our area, which is southern England, are now living under the toughest restrictions. Analyses have suggested the R number, which represents how many people each infected person passes the virus onto, has risen by above 1 in the UK. The government scientists are contributing to evaluate the spread of a new virus. Now, we all know this virus spreads. It spreads quickly, and it's spread all over the south now, but in our area. But it's also growing concerns about its transmission. Now, let's talk about Dr. Erin Bimley, because she's the Deputy Director, the General of European Molecular Biology and the Laboratory. She said the new variant had been growing very strongly in the south of England, but it wasn't possible to say definitely that it was transmitting faster than others, or whether it was because the number of cases in general was actually going to be growing. Okay, that's why that happened, because it was growing. I never actually knew that. But he also added that most scientists do think it's going faster, and it's easily as a property of this very virus. He told BBC Radio 4's Today programme that you must stress how complicated it is to work out in situation where things might be growing for other reasons, to really put the finger in that. And it's also actually the virus which is doing it, but the evidence is pointing in that direction. On Monday, Health Secretary Matt Hancock said the variant may be associated with the faster restrictions on the virus in the southeast. There was nothing to suggest that because it caused worse disease, or that vaccines would no longer work. Now, Dr. Barney said it was too soon to know whether the variant was actually caused worse, but they should start to get a good idea in a matter of weeks, and adding that other viruses had tended to maturate to become faster, but it has been less harmful. But ministers have met yesterday to discuss what action will be necessary to deal with it. But in Downing Street, sources said the government is not there yet and rethinking Christmas plans. And we are going to be covering the 5 day, not 4 days, 5 day now. But we'll get to that. But ministers met the other day, and the decision is by all 4 UK nations to relax restrictions and allow more households mixing for 5 days. That could mean that it could be making it even worse. Northern Ireland and Wales have both announced post-Christmas lockdowns, while the Scottish Government has said all options remain on the table ahead of the review this coming Tuesday. Health bosses have warned the NHS is under significant pressure, with nearly 90% of hospital beds in England are full. Now, Mr Hunt, the chair of the Parliament's Health Select Committee, told the Today programme that the current situation was very, very serious, and I think it was the government did change it. But we all know that, and they all minded about relaxing the rules, and we should certainly not condemn. It is a screaming U-turn, but the responsible thing to do in the pandemic is when the facts do change. But he also situated the 2 big developments, okay? The new COVID variant and hospital administrations are going up very, very sharply, and they're also adding that they do have to look at the changing situations. If ministers did not want to change the law, Mr Hunt said that they should consider strengthening the guidance on social distancing, and it would be an anonymous tragedy, and it would be a spike in deaths of the end of January and February, because they also took their foot off the pedal the close to having a vaccine. He also said the UK had dozens of Pfizer vaccine to keep us going, though, because until the end of January, which is next month, he then wanted that it wouldn't be another shipment until March. So having the Oxford vaccine in January would mean the UK could keep the rollout going at the current pace. Now, here we go. What can we all do from the 23rd to the 27th of December? Now, in England and Northern Ireland, okay, because up to 3 households can form a temporary Christmas bubble. Now, in Scotland, up to 3 households have been asked to only meet on 1 day. In Wales, it's just 2 households which can meet together. Well, I never. Right, okay. They can mix indoors or in private homes. There are no travel restrictions in the 5-day period. You can't go into a pub or restaurant with your bubble. If you have coronavirus symptoms, or you must self-isolate and you cannot join the bubble. And you can also meet people outside the Christmas bubble outdoors, but only in the rules of the tier where you are staying. Now, in Northern Ireland, from the 22nd to the 28th of December, maximum 8 people in Scotland, not including under 12s. Okay, now meanwhile, the Tier 3 COVID rules have come into force for parts of southern England, which is our area, of course. We're going to get to our area in a moment, but 38 million people, I mean, come on, that is quite a lot, isn't it? That is rather quite a lot, 38 million people. They are more than 2/3 of the nation's population. They're all going to be subject to toughest restrictions. Now, the changes, okay, let's talk about the changes, because our county, Hertfordshire, is one of them. So we are going to talk about this now, because it came at 1 minute past midnight. Why 1 minute past midnight? Why not dead on midnight? Why don't they do the restrictions dead on midnight? Why has it got to be 1 minute past? But it saw Bedfordshire, Buckinghamshire, Berkshire, and of course us, Hertfordshire, which is us, and parts of Surrey, East Sussex, Cambridgeshire and Hampshire did join the list of areas now in the highest level of England's 3-tier system. I'm very surprised that our area is very high. Apparently Hertfordshire, our county, is really high. But in Tier 3, pubs and restaurants have got to close, and different households cannot mix indoors, or in most outdoor venues. But current tiers now, because by looking at my little map, we can see that the tier areas, we can sort of see that there. Yes. Okay, so yesterday, the UK recorded a further 28,507 cases, along with 489 deaths within 28 days of positive tests. Official figures from COVID-19 cases have risen in the past week in England, and it has gone very high because, of course, we're going into a very strong time of the year, and it's a very tough time of the year, especially when it comes to January and February. So I think we should leave that story there and move on to our next one, because we're talking about Italy now, because its latest European country is going to be ordering Christmas lockdown. I never actually knew this, but Italy was really there before anyway. But the country will be under red zone restrictions over the public holidays, with non-essential shops, restaurants and bars which are going to be closed, and Italians are only allowed to travel for work, health and emergency reasons. They are not allowed to travel for any other circumstances. Now, experts were seriously worried, what do experts even know, but basically worried that there would be a jump in cases over Christmas, and therefore to be at ease said in a news conference. Now, the announcement of the Christmas restrictions on Friday yesterday